Chafford Hunter's role in this election process?
Right, well, I've heard about the Youth Parliament from Tom Flynn, but we've always nominated people, but we've never had a proper election. And because the GCSE citizenship has changed the course, I decided to bring it in with their controlled assessment. So I got a class to organise it, and we've just focused on year 10, just to pick. We did a proper election then to vote. They canvassed and everything, and we did a proper election. And I thought it linked very well with the general election this year, so kids sort of were interested in the subject.
And what, did everybody have to vote, or was it as
just year 10s. They got a polling card this morning to invite them to vote and told them where the voting was taking place, and if they turned up with a polling card they could vote, but if they didn't have the polling card we weren't letting them vote. And it was a choice. They had to do it in their break or lunch, so they didn't get out of lesson, so it was their own choice to do it.
And how many candidates were there?
5, but we had 2 running as 1, so we had a bit of a coalition. So 6 altogether.
Would you say the students in year 10 are politically aware?
This year, yeah. A lot more aware this year. They mightn't be experts in it, but they definitely know who's in government. But I don't think they understood about how to vote and everything today. They learnt everything about the ballot box and all that. I think it was good for them that way.
A bit about what Thurrock Youth Cabinet do and the election process. So I was elected through my school council at Grey School, and I've just left there now, but I've got my yearly term. And I was elected onto the cabinet, and through the cabinet we do things like we send consultations into school for the council to ask about things that involve the youth, so like things that youth might do in their local area. And we also fund lots of youth projects with the Youth Opportunity Fund, which is a big part of what we do. We hold interviews and applications come in, and we fund a lot of youth projects from like youth clubs to dance groups to building of new game areas and stuff. And I'm the member of Youth Parliament for Thurrock, which is basically like just Parliament but on a national level for the youth. So I represent Thurrock, and I go to regional meetings 4 or 5 times a year, and soon, later on, just at the end of July, I'm going to be going to the annual sitting, which is a national where every single member of Youth Parliament in Britain meet up, and that's the only time when all of us...
A real privilege to have the Madam Mayor here this afternoon. Thanks ever so much for turning in up at the campus on such a busy schedule. We really appreciate it. Okay, before we announce the results, I would like to thank Tom especially, okay, and Mrs Downey for all the hard work that they've given, and for the candidates as well. This is what education is about. This is young people having a voice, okay, in your area that you live in, and this is what's so important. So a big thank you for turning out to vote. You're having your say by voting, and we're going to have whatever happens, 2 fantastic candidates to say the voice for Chafford, 100 West Thurrock and South Stifford, okay, here on the Youth Cabinet this year, which will be fantastic. And we've never actually had anybody before on the Youth Cabinet. So a massive, massive, well done to the candidates, and a great,
Poignant moment. Are you all ready for it?
Yes!
Right. First place, Crystal Ringelman.
You've got to see a few words.
Speech.
Speech.
Oh, thanks everyone. I really, really appreciate it. I won't let you down. Thank you.
And the second place is Anne-Marie.
Thank you guys so much. For this day, all my life. Anticipating, but thank you guys. Wait, first, thank you.
They have won, and I'm delighted to be here. I think it's a really good way of moving forward, of learning, about the cabinet and about democracy, which I'm sure you're all very aware of now because of the process of which you've gone through. So I'm not going to say much. What I'm going to say is this: I wish you all a very good summer, and I hope the future goes well for next year. Thank you.